Good afternoon, lovelies. How are you? Welcome, 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 everyone. I'm going to just tag a few folks. Come on in and tell me how you're doing. I know that many of you are probably working today, so you're probably going to watch the replay, which is fantastic. And there we go. So it is a beautiful day here in Minnesota, 75 degrees. I do want to show you, I want to show you what I'm looking at right now, okay? Let me see if you can see this. Hey, Charlotte. Can you see this beautiful tree outside my window? I had to share that. Hopefully that worked. I have a filter on right now to make me look like I had an extreme makeover. Wow, this is awesome. I wish I looked like this. Yeah, so I have one of those. I've been playing around with filters this week. You know, the makeup filters, they're all so fun and so funny. Now I think my lighting's too bright now. Oh, is it really cold there, Charlotte? Oh, bummer. Is it supposed to warm up? I hope so. It's 75 today here. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, we need it. We need it. Well, I want to get started here. I'm really excited about today's topic. And so for those of you who are joining and are going to join the replay, welcome. I'm Shelly, and I am an RVP with Crown for Success, the women's largest empowerment network on social media. And I'm here to teach you about mindset mastery. And, oh, bummer, Charlotte. We had that the last 2 days. Well, you know what? Great excuse to be inside and snuggle up and have some coffee or tea and do your journaling, do your self-care work, right? That's what I like to do. So today I really want to share with you something that's, oh gosh, this has been coming up for me for a very long time. I've been journaling on it. I've been thinking about it. And I will tell you the thing that really triggered me to talk about this topic today of accessing your inner power was the death of one of my little fur babies. And Charlotte, I know you saw my Facebook post of one of my cats that I had. I had these two sweet little boy kitties, little tuxedo kitties, and we had 3 cats, and they did not get along, and I really broke my heart. I had to give my kitties to my dad. So my dad's had these 2 cats for 2 years. My dad called me 2 days ago and said that little Sammy, my favorite, had just dropped dead on his kitchen. Oh, you guys, I just bawled the whole entire day. I still get choked up thinking about it because he was just a little love. And the reason I'm bringing this up is to just let you know that, you know, a lot of times I find that when things happen in life, and it could be this whole coronavirus, it could be a job loss, it could be a relationship ending, a health crisis, anything that like triggers us to come into the present moment, it can really bring up a lot of stuff. But what it does is it also causes us to go inward, right? It causes us just to go in, and this triggered sadness in me, but it also it caused me to tap into my inner resources, my inner power, my inner love, my inner appreciation and gratitude. And what it did, it got me in touch with compassion for all of us who are grieving and who are sad and who are suffering and who are desperately looking for the things that we think are going to make us happy, you know, to give us inner peace, to give us that power that we want to live our lives, how we want to live, and to run businesses, start businesses, run businesses, have money, and just feel joyful, you know. And a lot of the things that we talk about in this group is about empowering you to be your most you know, your bravest, courageous, strongest authentic self, but also we want you to be in your feminine too. And that, I think that's something that kind of falls to the wayside, the feminine piece of the equation of being successful. And I know, Charlotte, you can appreciate this. You know, we're always focusing on out there. What can I learn? What can I get? What do I need to change? What do I need to do? And that's great. We need structures. We need systems. We need action. But the thing that often gets overlooked, ladies, is the feminine part. And that is the part about accessing where our true wisdom and power comes from in here. But we don't spend enough time going inward, okay? So, you know, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. Yeah. You know that, and Charlotte, you probably are better than most about going inward in tapping into your inner, your heart space, your soul, your higher self, your higher powers. But I know that when I talk to women and I ask them about their practices of going inward, getting to know who they are at a soul level, they kind of wobble. They kind of like stumble around this, like, well, I should, or, well, I do, you know, meditate sometimes. Sometimes I take a bath. So I recognize this as something that there's great opportunity in for women. And so today is why I was inspired to share about connecting with the power source within you and the gifts and everything that you want to feel. You already can feel that within inside of you, because the feeling doesn't come out here. You feel everything in your body, right? So we want to be in our body to access our power, to access inner peace, to feel love, to feel gratitude. So today I want to help you access that, the power that is within you, instead of always thinking we have to look outside of ourselves for our power and our wisdom. So I just took some notes here, and how you get to access this power is by taking the time to go in, to listen to your higher self, right? To listen, to feel, using and really tapping into your intuition here, okay? So some of those things, and I've talked about them a lot, is to go in and to begin to know who you are at a cellular level. So some of the things I've written down are, write down a list of what your gifts are, what your strengths are, what your life experiences are, okay? Your knowledge, write down your pain stories. Hi, Janae, welcome. Write down your struggles, write down your triumphs. And I want you to write it all down, because what this is, ladies, this is you understanding who you are and what you offer the world and how you show up in the world and what you value and what you stand for. Okay? When we're not clear about that and we're not standing in our truth, when we're not standing in our power, we're looking for it outside. We're on shaky ground, and then we're trying to create wholesome, loving relationships from shaky ground, not really feeling good because we don't really know who we are. We can't really stand in our power. You kind of have a sense of who you are and what you want. But what I'm suggesting is that you sit down and create this document that outlines who you are at a soul level, your strengths, your experiences, your life experiences, the things you've overcome, the triumphs, the courage you've shown. And again, this is really like a biography. And the reason that this is so important is that you then can fully claim like your greatness, your brilliance, and who you are. Because if we don't know who we are, we don't know our greatness, and we're not embodying it, then we're not showing up in our work, our business, our relationships, and life how we truly want to. We're usually hiding. We're usually in fear. We're usually in judgment. We're usually in questioning ourselves, doubting ourselves, comparing ourselves to other people because we're looking at the exterior of what they're presenting, right? We all present, and then we're forgetting about our own brilliance and power and love and compassion that we bring. We're forgetting because we're not fully aligned and tapped into it. Do you know what I'm saying? Does this make sense? I find that women resist this because they find it scary and triggering, or I've had clients say, I don't know who I am. That's scary. That means there's work to be done. That means there's opportunity. Okay. So, let me see here. Yes. So again, it's the exercise today, ladies, is understanding how to tap into your source within you, your power within you, the inner peace within you by understanding who you are as a person, as a human, as a soul, and being clear and writing it out and writing what I stand for, what I believe in, who I am, what I offer. When you get clear and you embody it and you step into it, including the things that you find are your weaknesses, like I tend to procrastinate, but I love this about myself because it means I think things through. I love my little bouts of anger because it means I've got fire. I love my sassiness because, like, write everything out that you also have judged about yourself, which actually, if you flip it around, there's a bright side to it. Writing these things out and getting clarity is the first step. Knowing who you are and then embodying it and standing, being in alignment with who you are so that that's how you show up in life. So this is going to take a time for you to practice, to take the time to do this practice of writing all these things down that you can read. And I want you to look at them. Hi, Shelly. Welcome. Write all these things down about who you are, what you stand for, your power, your experiences, what you offer the world. And read this every day for 5 days. Really embody this. Really take this in. You know how you look at other women and you admire them and there's things about them that inspire you? I want you to look at yourself and admire yourself and be inspired by who you are and the journey that you've been on and what you offer. That is the golden key, ladies, to feeling inner peace and empowerment and feeling confident, is saying, I'm that woman, the woman that I desire to be, the woman that I am inspired by. I'm that woman too. And here's my gifts. Here's who I am. Again, there's other ways to continually tap into your inner peace, your inner power, your inner light through meditating, through being in nature, for doing breath work, for being surrounded with other amazing, powerful women and sharing stories like we do here in the group. Okay? Connecting with others, sharing your story, mindset, visioning, okay? Knowing the gifts that you have, knowing the gifts that you offer, knowing the wisdom that you have. And I want to help you show up in those energies, ladies, okay? Because the thing is, again, if we are in a physical body, but we're not really feeling and owning who we are, what we offer, who we are as a soul, as a beautiful, divine, feminine woman, it's not going to show up out here how we want it to. Do you agree? Right? And this is something that I've been continually working on within myself. And again, the death of my cat triggered a lot of grief, triggered a lot of fear. It made me think about life. It made me think about life and death. It made me think about what's most important. I love my fur babies. I love animals. And what it did is it got me in touch with the grief of the world and how so many of us are suffering within ourselves, but yet we want to live these vibrant lives and be healthy and happy and have money, but we can't do it if we're suffering. We can't do it if we're grieving silently, if we're self-loathing, if we don't like ourselves, if we are constantly mad at ourselves, constantly angry, constantly focused on our weaknesses, constantly thinking, I'll share with you mine. I am a procrastinator. I am a worrier. Or I shouldn't say I am. I'm going to take that out because I've been practicing not saying I am. I have a tendency to procrastinate. I have a tendency to experience worry. I have a tendency to have anxiety and low-grade depression. These are the things that I experience that make things difficult for me to fully feel joyful and happy. Okay, but they're things that I work on. So this practice that I'm inviting you to do, which is sitting down with a beautiful notebook and write down, who am I? What am I here for? What are my gifts? What's on my heart? What do I believe in? What do I take a stand for? What do I want other women to know? How do I want to help other women and people? How do I want to feel in my body? Write it out, you guys. If we don't have it written down, we don't know who we are. We don't know how to show up in the world. And we're kind of like chameleons. We're like, one day we're kind of this person and another day we're kind of that person. And today I'm showing up powerfully and then tomorrow I'm scared. So this is going to help you feel more confident, more empowered, because you'll know who you are with clarity. And it doesn't mean we don't change. We do change. Okay? We're always evolving. We're always expanding. So from writing all these things out about who you are, you can then begin to create a new reality, a new story for yourself. Okay? We all look at our lives from one perspective, but you can create other realities for yourself. And then you'll get into the mindset of, this is who I am. This is how I live. This is how I show up. This is how I create healthy boundaries. You'll be able to create healthy boundaries, ladies, and be able to focus on your business, your family, your relationships, and yourself when you are clear of who you are, what you want. Okay? And sometimes we need to reevaluate this and review it once a month, once every quarter. But can you actually sit down and say, here's who I am 100%, here's what I stand for, here are my values, here's my heart, here's what what I'm passionate about, here are my gifts that I offer you. I'm loving, I'm kind, I'm compassionate, I'm an excellent listener, I'm creative, I'm sassy, I'm sexy, and that's how I show up. And can you actually know that and embody that each and every day? And if you say, no, then please take the time to do this. Please take the time to learn to tap into your inner source, your inner power. This is where it's at, okay? And then get into nature and do your meditations and move your body, do some beautiful dancing, connect with beautiful women and tell your story. I shared a really vulnerable story on my Instagram and my Facebook group yesterday, if you want to go check it out, okay? I shared about my past. I shared about things I was struggling with. It felt very liberating to share that. It was very vulnerable, but it was me showing up authentically, stepping into my power, stepping into my truth, knowing who I am without hiding, because I'm getting clarity of who I am, who Shelly is, who Shelly wants to show up as. What do I want to speak? I'm speaking my truth. I'm telling you. All because I'm getting clarity of who I am, and I'm embracing all aspects of, we're like diamonds, multifaceted diamonds, and I'm embracing all parts of myself, even the parts that I've been hiding, the parts I've been ashamed of. I'm bringing them to the surface and I'm bringing them to the light because it's part of who I am. And I want that for you ladies, to feel like you can just be yourself, be authentic, speak your truth, know who you are, and know like I can tap into my inner well as my source of wisdom that then just comes out and share it with others. So ladies, tell me what's coming up for you. Ladies, it's once you do this exercise and you embody this and read it for 5 days, you're going to feel an incredible shift. You're going to feel an incredible confidence. And it's from that place that you can take inspired action in your life. to do the things you want. I'd love to hear what are your thoughts about this topic today. Let me know. Questions, comments? Do you feel like you really know who you are? You know your truth, you know your gifts, you know what you stand for, you know what message you want to share, and you are embodying it and stepping into it powerfully? That's good coffee. All right, ladies. So let me just check. Where am I at on the time here? So I want to make this short and sweet today because this is really what I wanted to share with you, is to continually direct you back into yourself, into your truth. Again, this divine, beautiful goddess that you are, claiming it. There's so much untapped wisdom and love and beauty and feminine power. Untapped potential in here, ladies. We're too busy looking out. We're on social media. We're looking at everything that everybody else is doing. We're comparing ourselves. And then we're feeling bad. I'm not enough. Look at what she's doing. When you come back into your sacred self and you dive in and you know who you are and you're in alignment because you have clarity of who you are, what you stand for, what you take a stand for, what your message is, what your gifts are, what your life experiences are, what the challenges are you've overcome. When you have clarity and you've written it down and you're embodying it and you're reading it over and over, you will become that person. You will show up and women will want what you have to offer. If you don't know and you're not showing up and you're trying to show up and with your audiences or your relationships, people are not going to see the full extent of who you are because you're holding back and you don't know and you're not embodying it. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Gina, hey. Hello. So ladies, again, I want you to really think about this. I want you to, again, here's the assignment. Take the time. I would really say a good solid 30 to 60 minutes. Get a beautiful notebook. Write down, who am I? What do I stand for? What are my gifts? What are the life experiences that I've learned that I can use to help other women? What have I overcome? What's unique about me? What problems am I good at solving? Write it all out. Write the things that are beautiful about you. I love my eyes. I love my sense of humor. One of the things, ladies, I love about myself is my deep, deep, deep compassion and my sense of humor. I love to laugh. I love to be silly. That's why I have a filter on today. I don't really look like this. I wish I did. This is one of those beauty filters, just being fully, I was just playing around with them like, woo, I like how I look in this one. Be your goofy self, be your crazy self, let your freak flag fly, whatever that thing is, but do it confidently. Be you. You guys, there's too many cookie cutters out here. We're all trying to be like everybody else. Boring. Be you. Who are you? We want to see the real you. We want to see that really fully expressed part of you. Shelley said, you're speaking to me directly. You spoke having the gifts and all, but have not embodied that. Ugh, exactly. You guys, I'm not perfect at this yet. I'm still we're all a work in progress. We're all, the coal that's getting buffed up so we can see all the diamond sides to us. We're in this together. I'm glad that this resonated with you, Shelley. And remember, ladies, this is your golden ticket to feeling how you want to feel, being who you want to be, and giving the message that we all need to hear from you. Your unique message, your unique brilliance, your unique life experiences, your unique personality. So work on this diligently, practice this for 5 days, and start to embody that person. So for you, Shelley, you have these gifts, but you say you're not embodying them. So really, what does embodying them look like each day? How are you stepping into your truth? How are you showing up? That's my message today, ladies, okay? And again, once you have clarity and you're embodying it, from that place is where you take inspired action in your business and in your life. So I want to hear how this is supporting you, what you find after you do this exercise, you can come back into the group and share it with me. I would love to hear how it's working for you. So thank you all for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope it was helpful. You can always reach me again. I'm on Instagram, Shelly Strain Craig. Again, I shared a very vulnerable post yesterday that might be helpful. And I've got lots of tools and resources on my Linktree to support you in your empowerment and healing journey. So have a beautiful day, ladies. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.